Since we know that the BRDM's tires are bulletproof, they can still be bursted if we use around 250 bullets to blow it. To check this, let's take a BRDM and start firing at its tires. As you can see, the tires of the BRDM got bursted at approximately 245 bullets. Hence, the myth is confirmed. If we blow up all the tires of the BRDM, it would start flying in the air. This is the continuation of the previous myth. Here we'll blow up all the 4 tires of the BRDM and see what happens. To our surprise, the BRDM doesn't fall, and hence it seems like it's floating in the air. Hence, the myth is confirmed. You can use any consumable like energy drink or adrenaline while running. Just tap on the consumable and the punch button at once. Now, start sprinting. Let's try this. Firstly, we need to tap on the consumable and then the punch button quickly. Now start sprinting. As you can see, the player starts to apply the consumable, but it doesn't get applied. When you look at the health bar, it still shows you the same. Therefore, we can say that it's a visual glitch. Hence, the myth is busted. You can use any weapon while seated inside a BRDM. Click on the fire button and then press the get in button. Let's take an M249 and stand close to a BRDM. Now press on the fire button and the get in button quickly. As you can see, the player is still able to fire while seated inside the BRDM. Hence, the myth is confirmed. You can hit a pan through any container. Let's take a pan and try to use it against an enemy standing inside a container. This actually works, but this only works when an enemy is standing very close to the container. Hence, the myth is confirmed. You can jump higher by clicking on the jump and crouch button together. Let's do a normal jump and see how high a player reaches. Now let's try clicking the jump and crouch button at once. As you can see, the player jumped a bit higher compared to the normal jump. Hence, the myth is confirmed. You cannot hit someone who's underwater. The bullets won't go through the water. Let's try this. Here's our enemy underwater. As you can see, the bullets connect. Now let's try again by making our enemy dive deeper. Again, we see that the bullets connect. Hence, the myth is busted. If you stand behind a door which is very close to a wall, you'll get teleported through the wall when the door is opened. Let's try standing behind this wall. As soon as my teammate opens the door, you can see that the door pushes me into the adjacent room. Hence, the myth is confirmed. Part 1. If 2 enemies are standing one behind the other, both of them would get damage when fired upon. Let's try the first with 2 enemies standing one behind the other. The bullets only connect to the enemies standing in front. The one standing behind is completely undamaged. Part 2. If your teammate is standing in front of an enemy, the enemy won't get damaged. Now let's try the same by making our teammate stand in front of the enemy. The bullets go past our teammate and connect to the enemy. Hence, we can say that both the myths are busted. A Molotov doesn't do any damage in water. Let's take a molly and throw it towards the enemy in the water. As you can see, the molly doesn't do any damage to the enemy. Hence,